Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends. On this occasion, I'm going to present my review article with title Romantic Love and Attention, Early and the Late Even Related Potentials. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ahnaf Hasnafi Nabila. My student number is K4518002 and I'm from class A. Okay, let's go to the presentation. Please pay attention. Okay, first is the identity of the article. The title of this article is Romantic Love and Attention, Early and Late Even Related Potentials. And then the name of the journal is Biology Psychology. And this was written by Sandra J.A. Lanslaka and Jan W. Van Strand. And this article published in 2019. And then the volume of this article is 146. And that is the digital object identifier of this article. So we first got into the introduction. Everyone must have felt the feeling of falling in love. And it turned out that falling in love can be proven and explained scientifically. One of them is when people read pictures of their beloved as highly positively valent and arousing, which show that the beloved is an emotional stimulus. And given that emotional stimuli capture attention, it would make sense that people who are in love would have enhanced attention for their beloved. And then, this study examines the electrical condition in the brain when someone looks their beloved. This study also used event-related potential or ERP to determine the brain condition when someone looks their beloved. ERP have often used to study emotional attention because they have excellent temporal resolution and can distinguish different stages of attentional processing. And then, one of relevant ERP component is the late positive potential or LPP, which consists of multiple and overlapping positivities over the posterior scalp beginning around 300 milliseconds after stimulus onset. LPP will increase when someone looks their beloved. And then, another relevant ERP component is the early posterior negativity or EPN, which is relative negativity over the occipital scalp that occurs between 150 until 300 milliseconds after stimulus onset. This EPN typically elicited using rapid serial visual presentation or RSVP. And then, the aim of this study is to test whether the beloved capture early automatic attention, as indicated by EPN elicited in the typical RSVP. And then, the methods of this research. The method of this research consists of 4 components that are participant, stimuli, procedure, and statistical analysis. And first is the participant. There were 24 participants who were recruited from the University of Missouri, Santa Louis, and the United States, and the Santa Louis community through flyers, research match, Facebook, and Instagram. And the participants that recruited drawn from those who have a relationship less than 1 year with their beloved. And the second is stimuli. There were 3 conditions that are beloved, friends, and strangers. The stimuli were 15 color pictures, which are 5 pictures of each conditions. And the third is the procedure. First, participants complete some questions about their feelings and their romantic relationship and friendship. And next, the electrode cup was attached and participants were related to the computer task. First task is RSVP to elicit the EPN. The second task is the standard passive viewing task to elicit LPP. Then, the last method is statistical analysis. Relationship and friendship characteristics were compared with parity test. And then, The valence and arousal rating were analyzed with ANOVA. For EPN, use 150 until 225 milliseconds and 225 until 300 millisecond time window. And then to test the LPP, the main amplitudes in a 400 until 1000 millisecond time window. The result can be seen in the table. On the average, participants had known their beloved shorter than their friends, but reported to know their beloved better than friends. It can be seen how much difference the time between getting to know their friends and their beloved, and how well known and quality of the relationship between friends and beloved. And this table shows that they know their friends longer, but have better quality relationship with their beloved. And the table in the left is show the beloved, and the right is show the friends. Then, in the result of the valence and arousal ratings, participants confess that they feel most pleasant and most aroused when viewing the beloved. And the second, they feel intermediately pleasant and intermediately aroused when viewing the friends. And the last, they feel most neutral and less aroused when viewing the stranger. And then these pictures show that the result of the RSVP task. The picture shows the scope topographies of the EPN. In the left parts is the 115 until 225, and the right parts is 225 until 300 millisecond time window. There was an occipital positively for beloved and friends in the pictures left parts, and then a left parietal EPN for beloved pictures in right parts. And this is the result of the standard passive viewing task. This picture shows the scope topographies of the LPP in the standard passive viewing task. From the pictures, the LPP started to develop around 400 milliseconds after stimulus onset and lasts until at least 1000 milliseconds after stimulus onset. And the picture showed that the LPP was more positive in response to beloved than the friends and strangers pictures. And the left pictures, it showed that the response when someone looked their beloved, and it showed more positively than the other pictures, the friends and strangers. And then this is the discussion. The author considered four factors that may contribute to the subjective significance of the beloved. First, it might be differences in familiarity cause the effects, because from this research, friend condition was included to the control for familiarity. But from this result show that the friends have no EPN. So it is therefore unlikely that the EPN for beloved and the enhanced LPP for the beloved are caused by familiarity. And then the second is because participants felt most pleasant and aroused when viewing the beloved, intermediately pleasant and aroused when viewing the friends, and most neutral and calm when viewing the strangers. It could be that valence and arousal differences cause the effect, but friends show that they have no EPN. So it is therefore unlikely that valence and arousal differences are not so cause the EPN for beloved and the enhanced LPP for the beloved. And then third, because attractive faces capture attention, and because they elicit an EPN and enhance LPP. From this research, have no discussed about the attractiveness of the beloved friend and strangers. But in the previous study, people perceived their beloved as highly attractive even when the beloved was of average objective attractiveness. It means when someone loves someone, they have they look their beloved more attention, and even when they love not too beautiful or too handsome, like this. Then from the research, main contributing factors to the enhanced early automatic and sustained motivated attention to the beloved is evolutionary significance as a result of the beloved being associated with the reproduction. And this is the conclusion. This study is the first to show that the beloved elicit an EPN with condition versus friends and strangers, and between time window 225 until 300 milliseconds in RSVP task, which indicated that the beloved captures early automatic attention. This research also replicated the typical enhanced LPP between 400 until 1000 millisecond time windows to respond to the beloved compared with friends and strangers, which indicated that the beloved received sustained motivated attention. So this is the review of this article. This article reveals that the people pay more attention to their beloved than friends and strangers. This research was obtained by measuring the electricity that occurs in the brain when someone looks at their beloved with condition compared to when they look at the other people. So when the people look their beloved, they will be quick to respond and quick to recognize them than the friends or the strangers, and they will be more focused on them. And then this article also have weakness and strength. The weakness is, although there are some pictures that support, but some explanation of the image are still a bit confusing. In addition, some participants, especially men, have a lower interest in the study. And then the strength. This article is equipped with the picture, so that is a little bit interesting for the readers. Some of the abbreviations used are also explained. This article is also very relevant to everyday life and proves that loved ones does provide the different stimuli for biologically and psychologically. So there was a presentation that I can explain. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.